have been getting the best sleep, and I feel like I got my sleep hygiene routine. Yeah, that thing holds bacteria. That is where the bad breath sits. I have noticed that I fall asleep so much faster, waking up feeling lighter. You'll see the difference it makes when you release. I've accomplished. Now I'm ready to go to bed.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back.
Lately, I have been getting the best sleep of my life. It has never been like this. Since I was younger, I would always either wake up in the middle of the night, just something that just disrupts my sleep. And obviously, it has to be things that I do throughout the day and throughout the week for my health. But I just know it's my nighttime routine. And recently, I learned the phrase sleep hygiene. And sleep hygiene is basically practices that promote quality sleep and overall sleep health. And I feel like I got my sleep hygiene routine down. So if you struggle sleeping, you wake up multiple times during the night, you just feel like throughout the day you're tired, your mood is low, or like you're emotionally very sensitive, irritable, you get irritated fast. I'm gonna show you the nighttime routine that has literally changed my life. I mean, I wake up feeling lighter, refreshed. Throughout the day, my mood is better. I don't wake up randomly. Like, I used to always wake up 3 a.m. If you were like that, let me know. I would wake up and I'm like, why am I waking up randomly? And why is my sleep being cut off? I've been sleeping 8 hours straight. I wake up feeling refreshed throughout the day. I don't feel tired. I used to feel tired at 3 p.m. There's so many things that my energy level and everything that has just transformed. So let me show you my routine. I did not know how much sleep was important for our body until like a couple of years ago. But sleep is really the core of everything because obviously you're tired throughout the day. Your mood is low. You need coffee to stay awake and you wake up feeling tired and throughout the day you're tired. If you don't have enough sleep, it's a hormone it disrupts your hormone. And that is a whole other thing. Down to smelling bad, down to your mood being everywhere, down to like gut health. There's so many things that if we don't have the proper sleep, everything's just thrown off. Also, another thing that made me really get this whole sleep schedule together is I have been having such a hard time with just gym progress. So I would go to the gym and I would not see progress. And it's because I wasn't resting enough. So if you go to the gym, but you're not sleeping enough, you probably won't see your gym results. And the crazy part is I knew that. I have my degree in exercise science and they used to always say sleep so that your body can recover, rejuvenate. Your muscles actually, it needs rest so that it can grow more. So if you're trying to lose weight, if you're trying to gain muscle, if you have some type of gym goals, sleep is such an important part of it. And the reason I'm bringing up sleep is because if you have a proper nighttime routine, the way that your sleep quality will go higher and higher. Trust. I have seen my sleep schedule transform. I have broken down my sleep hygiene into 4 categories. There's physical, there's beauty wellness, and then there's health wellness. The reason I say beauty is because those are like, just the add-ons that you don't need, but I love having that extra things. Nighttime hygiene, nighttime shower. This is probably one of my favorite parts of my nighttime routine because I feel clean. I want to feel clean going to bed. I want to just smell good. I like being a nighttime showerer. I know a lot of people have morning time. What I do is in the morning, I have to refresh again because of just night sweats. As I'm getting older, I'm starting to notice night sweats at nighttime, just waking up, having that morning tired smell. So what I do is I wipe down with wet wipes in the morning to just feel refreshed. For my nighttime hygiene, I first start with the shower, and showering is non-negotiable, especially if I went to the gym that day. I need to refresh. The first thing I do when I get in the shower is I double cleanse. I start with this bar soap. I got it from World Market, but you can get it from other things too. I just love the smell. It has like this vanilla lavender smell to it. So good. This is the type of bar soap that will clean your skin. It squeaks out all the dirt and just rinse down everything. It's that first base kind of soap that just really gets everything, the sweat, everything that we went through throughout the day. I'm using a glove here, but I love using the African neck cloth. This is something I've used for years, since college. I didn't bring it to my studio. Sometimes I stay in my studio, sometimes I stay at home. That's why sometimes you see me in different places. Today I decided to stay here. The glove does the same thing. Okay, just make sure it's not a loofah. I am anti-loofah. That thing holds bacteria. Something about the African neck cloth, it doesn't hold bacteria. So I could just wash my body, leave it, and it dries quick. The glove takes a little bit longer to dry, but it does the same thing. Then I love this Natorium wash, especially for the winter. My skin has been so dry because of the winter. I live in the DC area, so it's been really cold lately. Like below 30, that's cold for us, It almost feels like I have lotion on my skin when I'm done, and my skin just feels moisturized. Like that cracked, ashy feeling is not there when I use this. Then I do my feminine wash. I do use CeraVe facial cleanser, and if you don't know, I've been using this for a couple years. A gynecologist was like, this is enough. It's a gentle cleanser. It cleans it. That's all you need. You don't need to do any other thing. I also like using a soft washcloth, so that's what I use it with, and it cleans. For my after shower routine, after I get out of the shower, the first thing I want to do is moisturize. So when my skin is still wet, not like to the point where it's like, dripping and like I still have the water on my skin, but I kind of just pat dry with a towel, and then I go in with my favorite moisturizer. I have two right now, the Naturium and the Josie Maran. I like that body butter. So these two really moisturize my skin, especially for the winter. But since my skin has been extra dry, I go in with an oil. And these two are my favorite oils. The Josie Maran Argan Oil, that is pure argan oil, which I love because it doesn't have any other like random ingredients. And then also the Osea. This has like a citrus smell to it, which I love because it's not too strong. This body butter doesn't sit on top of my skin. It almost like just goes in my skin and really moisturizes it. And now my skin feels clean, hydrated. And right after this, I just want to wear cute PJs. Something about matching PJs makes me feel so put together going to bed. It's not a need. I've always used like, oversized t-shirt with a PJ pants or something. But once I switched to like being intentional with my PJs going to bed, it just helps me feel better. I actually got this one from Stars Above and it feels so soft. It's almost like this ribbed material, if you could see, very soft. And as you can see, I'm wearing my PJs right now. I feel good. I am glowy because I've already done this routine. I'm just like voiceovering it, trying a different kind of style. Let me know how you like this type of video style. So before I do my oral hygiene and my skincare, I like to drink tea. If I take a shower, let's say an hour before going to bed, I want to drink tea, relax. If I want to be on my phone, just like before. But there are some times where I take a shower 10 minutes before going to bed and I don't do this step. Because if I sit down, drink tea, I'm on my phone, I'm going to be on my phone for another hour. These are the times where I'm having like a slow night routine, taking my time, and I just feel so good going to bed. So these type of nights, I like to drink tea, specifically spearmint tea. When I tell you that spearmint tea cleared up my skin, last January, I had a breakout randomly right here. And when I did the research, this part of our skin is hormonal. And so I was getting hormonal acne. I don't know if it's the birth control. I'm off of that. Thank God. I have an update for you. But I started breaking out. And so I started drinking spearmint tea every single night. When I tell you, in a week, 2 weeks, there was no new acne. For the scars, I used the Paula's Choice, like that purple discoloration serum. That helped the scars go away. But when I tell you, it balanced my hormones. First of all, it's good. It feels refreshing to drink. Like it just has that menthol taste to it. Nighttime oral hygiene is so important. If you don't floss at night, there's so many things that we eat throughout the day. Plaque and everything that's just sitting there in between our teeth. So we can brush. That's good. But flossing is like, I feel like the most important step in our oral hygiene routine. Something that I've struggled for such a long time to have a habit of flossing my teeth. And now that since it's a habit and I literally can't go to bed without it, I see the difference when I don't floss. It feels like my mouth has like layers and layers of plaque. I can't even describe. Yeah. One thing I actually read was there's something that links between not flossing and cardiovascular disease. I don't know how it went to that spectrum, but if you don't floss for such a long time, it leads to heart disease. And I know that if you don't have like good oral hygiene, if it's extreme, very extreme, it could go to the brain, the heart. You could get other diseases by just not doing that. And I also read, because I was doing some research of how to get off birth control, and they're like, if you don't floss, it could lead to just like ovarian problems and just like reproductive problems. I was like, not taking care of your oral hygiene can do all of this? Like, this is insane because I feel like I was never taught that. Like, since I was younger, it was like, yeah, brush your teeth. But like, nothing about flossing, nothing about tongue scraping. If you don't tongue scrape, that is where the bad breath sits. By the way, if you're making the excuse of, oh yeah, I don't have a tongue scraper, use a spoon. Use a plastic spoon. That is enough. Something that just scrapes that like top layer of film on top of your tongue. Because once you do that, your mouth will be clean, your breath will be fresh. Yeah. Skincare. I think this is my favorite part. I already said the shower. But I love my nighttime skincare routine because I do 10-step. It's actually not 10-step. My 5-step. I take my time doing my skincare at nighttime. One thing about nighttime skincare is our body absorbs more when we're sleeping. I don't know the exact thing, but I remember from my cardiovascular class back in college, we did a study on why people should take pills at nighttime. And it's because like it absorbs better. So I'm thinking our skincare absorbs better. So I like to do all my steps here. The first thing I start is washing my face. So I wash my face with the Anua or La Roche-Posay. Those two have been my favorite face wash lately. I use the Anua more, but I make sure my skin is clean. Sometimes if I need to double cleanse, I will, or oil cleanse because of makeup. But once my face is clean, I have recently started doing red light mask. The main reason I do it is because of, I just have like some dark spots right here. I don't know if it's sun damage. I don't know what it is, but red light therapy helps with that. It also helps prevent new acne. Red light therapy mask reduces wrinkles by 24%, improves skin brightness by 16% because it emits low wavelengths of red light that penetrates the skin, stimulating cellular process. So it has skin rejuvenation, wound healing, pain relief, hair growth. Hair growth? Maybe I need to put it on my hair. I also put it on my neck. Sometimes when I'm done doing my face, I just like lay it down because our neck and chest is part of skincare. So if I do something for my face, I put it on my neck, my chest. So the hyaluronic acid, I use niacinamide for dark spots, so to really help me brighten my face. I have some discoloration here. East African girlies, if you have it, let me know. This skincare routine lately has just been really helping my skin look glowy, plumped. I haven't been getting any new breakouts. And the crazy part is I just got off birth control like a month ago, little over a month ago, and I have not been breaking out. My hormone is balanced. My cycle just bounced back exactly how it is. It's not taking me a long time to get back to it. And I feel like it's because of everything I've been eating, the habits I've been changing. I'm gonna do like a 3-4 month and see how my cycle cramps are going. But so far, my body has just not been having these crazy reactions. And now my breath is fresh, my skin is clean, moisturized, my body's clean, and I'm done with the physical hygiene part. Beauty add-ons is what I like to call, it's not necessary, but it's something that just enhances, okay? So all of these things that I add for beauty add-ons are something that helps me feel good and smell good and feel better before going to bed. And the first thing is nighttime perfume. I know it's something that's very extra, but when I tell you this perfume smells so comforting. It also has like lavender base, and lavender is supposed to relax you, so it helps you fall asleep faster, but that's not the main reason I do it. Honestly, it's because I like the smell of it. I smell myself, I have a whiff, and I'm like, I smell so good. And going to bed just helps me feel so good. That's the main thing. I feel good. I feel accomplished. Now I'm ready to go to bed. But if you do want to add perfume, I would say like use perfumes that have essential oils. Nothing too heavy. Not a lot of chemical type of things. I use a lot of perfumes that do have that, but I wouldn't use like my regular Le Labo perfume to go to bed. I would use, this Rare Beauty one has a lot of essential oils. It's not too heavy. It's something that I just spray quick. Wrap your hair at night. If there's one thing I'll tell you is to wrap your hair. It prevents frizz, also like prevents wrinkles, all of that, but also acne. Your hair oil is not getting to your face, and that doesn't cause more acne. So this bonnet that I got is mulberry silk bonnet. And the reason why I got it is because I've been learning a lot about fabrics, and this year my goal is to shop fabric, not brands, not names, but to shop based off fabric. And so I have learned that satin sometimes is made out of plastic, and plastic traps and holds smell. So if you're putting oil in your hair, or just regular hair oil, like our natural oil that comes from our hair, can be trapped and then cause that smell in our hair. So I'm like, let me change it to mulberry silk, because that is made out of cotton. That is made out of more breathable fabric. And so that gives that air out so that the smell in our hair is not trapped and cause more smell. Also, regularly wash your bonnet and your silk pillowcase. Oh, by the way, I use a silk pillowcase. Same thing, mulberry silk pillowcase. I am slipping and sliding on my bed, but as long as it's preventing frizz and keeping my skin looking good, I'll do it. When you're just in your own home, protecting your hair with the bonnet, you look moisturized and glossy. I just think that just looks put together. I forgot to mention, but I like to oil my hair a couple times a week. Today I don't do that because the first 2 days of my curly hair day, I like to keep it like this, and then day 3 to like day 6, I put oil on my hair. Massaging your hair and your scalp really promotes hair growth. And so this is the beauty sleep part, okay? It's a beauty add-on part of it. Oiling your hair works. And there's this one, I think she's like a microchemist or molecular chemist or something like that, but basically she works in a lab. and she was saying how she made her own hair growth oil, but also she massages her hair for 2 hours every day. The only reason she does it for 2 hours is because she wants her hair to grow in a small span of time, but her hair grew. If I find her TikTok, I'll link it, or like I'll put it right here, but the way her hair grew in a small amount of time, she knows what she's talking about. She was saying how like massaging her hair with oil really promotes hair growth. You see hair growth faster. If you have dry scalp, that can help your scalp feel nourished and like look healthy. Limb care, which is hands and feet. I call it limbs because but take care of your hands and feet at nighttime. My favorite thing to do is like put that body cream, not body, it could be body cream, but hand cream, foot cream, all over my hands. Put it on my cuticles. I actually just got my nails done today. Especially today, I was like, I need to put a lot so that it just looks extra glossy with my nails. So tomorrow when I wake up, my hands are going to be moisturized. My cuticles are going to be looking hydrated. No white crust around it. I think this is the most important part of my night sleep hygiene, nighttime routine. Whatever's inside comes outside. So if we're struggling with sleeping, if we're breaking out, our hair's falling out, there's so many, we're tired, energy's low. There's so many things because of sleep quality, and that leads us back to our health. So whatever we consume, that really affects our sleep. These 3 things I have recently added has just been helping me a lot with my gut, digestion, how I feel waking up, just mentally, how I feel going to sleep, waking up. Yeah, this is the core. This is the main part of my sleep hygiene that has just been helping better my sleep quality. I have added castor oil to my routine. I mainly put on my belly button, but as I'm doing more and more research, you could put it under your eyes. If you could see right now, it looks like I have under eye mask. This is actually the castor oil because I have learned that it helps with dark circles, and I have learned that castor oil easily penetrates. So it's an oil that easily passes in our skin. So it helps with cysts, lumps. There's so many things. I have just been doing research and I'm like, castor oil is not just for hair growth, but it's also for if you struggle with acne, you could put it on your skin. For under eye, this is like the natural way of doing things, but the main reason why I started putting it on is because I struggled with cramps since I was younger, and these are the cramps that I couldn't go to school. That week of my cycle, since I was 13, I had to take off. And everyone knew if I went back, it's because of cramps. I can handle any type of pain except these type of cramps. And so I went to the doctors, I got checked out. It's nothing, they said, you're good, you're fine, send me back. So I got on birth control so that my cramps could lessen. And when I tell you my cramps went away, but that was the only reason I went on it. And so I'm putting this synthetic hormone just so I don't have cramps. And so I just got off end of 2024. And I was like, what can I do so that, I could take care of whatever's going on, even if the doctors can't see it? Obviously, prayer, healing. One thing that I've heard is castor oil helps with reproductive cysts, like ovary cysts and everything. And in my family line, a lot of the women in my family have struggled have had either cysts or something with ovary. And so I'm like, I need to take that precautions, okay? Because that's just something that could be passed down to me. And so I'm like, I'm taking these steps. And so I have been putting castor oil in my belly button the past couple of months. One thing I've noticed is waking up feeling lighter. And my sister said the same thing because she started putting it on. And the crazy part is we were talking about it. And when I first did it, I actually felt sick because what you're supposed to do is you put it in your belly button and you almost do like a counterclockwise motion. For some reason, it had me nauseous. And so I'm like, is this normal? And maybe it's just because of like touching your belly button, but I put it all over like where my ovaries at. But I do have to warn you, don't use too much because as I was doing more research, there's this thing called herx, which basically our body's getting too much detox and you're gonna feel sick because of that. So I have just been using it 4 or 5 times a week. I don't want to get to a point where I'm using it every single day and it gets to that point where it's like my body's detoxing too much, because this has great benefits also for gut health. Putting in your belly button, digestive system, it's really healing. Overall, castor oil is something that I am so glad I've added. And of course, ask a doctor. If you don't know whether to use it or not, or like you're using different things, I would say ask a doctor before trying this, before trying anything, like suggest it to you, because there's some things I've tried and I'm like, oh, it has done backwards. Because magnesium, I used it to better my sleep last year and I broke out into hives. And I was like, oh, I guess it's not for everyone. Like not everyone gets the same results. The days I do struggle with sleep, I actually have this pure magnesium spray It's like pure magnesium oil spray, and it's supposed to just relax you and you can go to bed. But you spray it on your heel, so on the back of my foot. I just spray it everywhere, and it just makes me go to bed. A couple days ago, my dad was struggling to sleep, and so I sprayed that on his feet. The way he slept like a baby. Actually, do babies wake up? I don't get that. But castor oil has just been healing me and just been improving my sleep. Mouth taping. And this is something I was like, oh, should I even try it? At first, I was like, what if I stop breathing? Like if I have the mouth tape on? Because it's almost like it is made for skin. It's made for lips. So if you really need to breathe, there is a little bit of room, but it basically teaches you how to breathe with your nose. And breathing with our nose is just kind of just like cleans the air as we're breathing. It's better for our lungs. And so there's this doctor on TikTok. His name is Dr. Barrett, and he was explaining why nose breathing is really good and mouth tape is something that can help you with that. And he was saying how it's better for your lungs, cleans the air because we're breathing through it. Also, if you struggle with snoring, that also helps a lot because it's teaching you how to like not open your mouth while you're sleeping. And personally, I'm a mouth opener sleeper at night. I sleep with my mouth open, and that is one of the main reasons why I got it, because one thing is if you breathe with your mouth, kind of causes like this double chin cosmetic part. And so that's what really convinced me. I was like, yes, I want to fix it, because there have been times where my jaws have been disappeared. Okay. Right now, it doesn't look like it, but I would like to improve it more, like as much as I can to the highest potential. But this is something I've added like a month ago, and I have not struggled. I have not woken up one night panicking to breathe because it's on. Another thing I have noticed is the nights that I wear mouth tape, I haven't been wearing it every single day because, I've been going on trips. There's some days where I'm not home, so I don't wear the mouth tape. But the days that I wear it, I have noticed that I fall asleep so much faster. And this actually goes back to it because the doctor was saying how it slows down your breathing, which relaxes you, and then you go to bed faster, which makes so much sense because I'm like, I put it on and literally I touch my bed and I start feeling very, very tired. Even when I'm writing on my journal and I'm like doing my nighttime prayer, I am feeling oozy boobsy in it. I've also seen ones that have hole in the middle. So if you really need to breathe or like you're yawning, there are ones that have a hole in the middle so that you do have some type of air. So like you're not panicking with it. But again, ask a doctor, because there are some things where some people can't do it, especially if you have breathing problems. If you're really not sure about it, just ask a doctor. But it has improved the way I breathe at nighttime. I don't snore as much. I keep my mouth shut. And also, we'll see in 6 months if it gives me like jawline improvement. The last thing I do right before going to bed is I journal and pray. This is one of the most important parts of my nighttime routine. It helps me just release everything from the day. So whether I have a bad day, a good day, okay day, I still journal. Journaling just really gets everything that you've done through the day. Put it on a paper, write it down, see what you're thinking, see what's up there. And going to bed, you don't feel as heavy, but also waking up, you don't feel heavy. You're not taking the problems of yesterday to tomorrow. This takes 5 minutes, 10 minutes. It doesn't even have to take 30 minutes. I do my devotions in the morning, which take about 30 minutes. But at nighttime, I journal and I pray. But the way I like to do it is I like to write letters to God. Another way you can do it, if you're like, I don't know where to start, like I don't know how to journal. I actually got this thing, it's called the 5-minute journal, and it has prompts for you. So I'm grateful for this. What was the highlight of my day? What do I expect of this day? They have like a morning version, and then like at the bottom is nighttime, and it's something quick. Literally 5 minutes. You'll see the difference it makes when you release all of those things and you're not taking it to sleep. When we're so stressed, we wake up throughout the night because we didn't release it. We're still stressed while going to bed and like waking up early. There's so many things that I used to do where I would just sleep it out. So like if I'm having a bad day, I would just be like, I'm going to sleep it out. Throughout the night, I would wake up still thinking about it, and waking up in the morning. What I like to do is I like to debrief with God. This happened. Why did this happen? Just being very honest with myself and with God and just writing down everything. Sometimes I do it in prayer form, but I think the easiest way to do it is when I first started journaling, I would just write down what I did. Today I did this. Today I got my nails done. I just got my birthday nails done. I got my birthday plans done. Helps me see what I have accomplished, what I'm proud of, because there's some days I'm like, what did I do? But I have accomplished so much. I just forget about those things. And it's something to just celebrate each day. But the days that you're having a bad day too, you could write that down, even like to keep it as a record. So in 5 years, you could look back and you're like, oh yeah, I remember I was really stressing about that. Now look where I'm at. I heard a quote, I don't know who was it from, but it was saying document over create. Me as a content creator, it's constantly me writing ideas, but I think documenting my life in video form. When I go on trips, I vlog it. When I journal and record and document my thoughts, because I would love to see 30-year-old me being like, oh, 25-year-old Sada was thinking this. Like, look how far I've come. The way I think has changed. I have evolved. I've become the woman I want to be. And so I write down everything that I'm thinking now so that I can look back and it's like a document. I like to release that way in journaling because it just helps me feel so much better before going to bed. And the last thing before going to bed is I pray. This is non-negotiable for me. I like to talk to God. I like to ask for protection over me, my family, where I'm sleeping. I like to have gratitude. Thank you for this. Thank you for this. There's so many things that I remind myself. I also do this in the morning. I feel like my morning devotion is more intense. Meditate on the word. I journal, I pray. And another thing I do is the days I would wake up at like 3 a.m., I'll just pray. Why am I waking up at this time? Maybe God wants me to pray. So I just pray. I just talk to God until I go to bed, until I fall back to sleep. But lately I've been sleeping all throughout the night. And another bad habit I really had to get rid of is scrolling right before bed. If you have the urge to scroll before bed, have a book beside you. Sometimes I know a lot of people put their phone on the other side of the room. Having those small things of like not making it easy for me to scroll has been helping a lot. If you have the need and the itch to scroll, read. And so journaling and praying just really sets and closes out my night, almost like a closing shift. And by this time, I feel tired, I am ready to go to bed, but also I feel clean. I just feel accomplished. And so if you've been struggling with your nighttime routine, I highly recommend, beg that you get a nighttime routine just for your sleep hygiene, for better quality of sleep. Make that a priority, especially if you haven't. Make it one of your goals this year. And let me tell you, you will see the biggest difference in your life. I felt like it was only right to do a giveaway. So if you made it to this part of the video, I wanted to do like a nighttime hygiene package giveaway, including the mulberry silk bonnet, mouth tape, castor oil, and some other things I have in mind. The winner will be announced on my birthday, February 25th, which is next Tuesday. And if you want to enter the giveaway, make sure you subscribe, like this video, comment your favorite part of your nighttime routine, and make sure to put this moon emoji so that I know it's for the giveaway. But thank you so much for your support. I want to do more of this as our community grows. And if you enter this giveaway, make sure to come back next Tuesday to see if you won. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this sleep hygiene video. Let me know what you add to your nighttime routine / sleep hygiene. So let me know what you do to sleep better, get your beauty sleep. Let's all just discuss it in the comments. But thank you so much for watching and come again.